I don't think that Jim Carrey at that French award show was actually Jim Carrey. That is some fucking clone shit. Now, excuse my language, but to me, this was pretty apparent, for me at least, that it was not Jim Carrey at the award shows, the actual Jim Carrey. And there's a few reasons why I think that. And, for a first glance, I saw his face and I was like, okay, that's not Jim Carrey. And, whatever. Just off rip, my intuition was like, that's not Jim Carrey. What the heck? But then as I looked deeper into like the situation, and I didn't look too deep, so, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but from what I've seen so far, the clips, that is not Jim Carrey. See, conspiracy theories that have been going for years are now starting to be somewhat true. And I don't think that's by coincidence. We need to start waking up and realizing what's going on. Do you seriously think they cannot clone a human? Bro, we have been trying to clone animals. We have cloned animals, in fact. You don't think our science, our technology is capable of cloning a human? It was not Jim Carrey. Guys, there were so many things. First of all, the eyes. You can argue about the lighting, but I think his eye color was way too bright. Not only that, but his behavior, right? His behavior was so off. If you can just feel, it's not something that you think, and it's like just a feel of like, this is not, he doesn't have that confidence, that, nonchalantness or whatever to his behavior. Everything is tight, anxious. It doesn't feel the same at all. And then for me, the biggest thing is like what he's saying and how he's taking that award. Like he's taking it like, oh yeah, I'm happy, like super superficial. Guys, if you remember, I don't know if you guys have seen clips of Jim Carrey, and I'm probably gonna have to put some up. But for a few years now, Jim Carrey was going woke. This man had a spiritual awakening. He had a spiritual awakening.
Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part. But I don't think of that as me anymore.
You don't? Not at all?
Not really, no. I used to be a guy who was experiencing the world, and now I feel like the world and the universe experiencing a guy. I woke up and I suddenly got it. I understood suddenly how thought was just an illusory thing, and how thought is responsible for, if not all, most of the suffering we experience. And then I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective. And I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive, amazing feeling of freedom from myself, from my problems. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone. I was no longer a fragment of the universe. I was the universe. I'm telling you, kids, don't come to Hollywood. I'm serious.
Your camera's there.
Jim, what about for you? I mean, you had it, on such a grand scale. All of a sudden, you were the biggest movie star in the world, and your paychecks and all of it were public. And I imagine getting out of a car, it was being swarmed with
And
with
90% myth as well. So that's a tough thing to deal with.
What does that feel like?
People
What does it
create your life.
Yeah?
They take elements that are true and they put it in an article so the article looks legit, and yet there's so much of the article that isn't true. So that's something to kind of teach you that, hey, you know what? In order to go forward, I have to let go of what this creation is. And I ultimately found that even the me I created wasn't real, so that left me in an odd precarious situation.
He stopped caring about Hollywood, he stopped caring about the fame, the money, and he realized those things didn't fulfill him. And there's many clips where he's talking shit about Hollywood, he's talking shit about money, about fame, and he's just exposing it all.
There's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's the
uplifting.
thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of
the
this is
key.
real?
Nope.
So
Nope.
you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
He was exposing the Illuminati, throwing up the sign with the triangle.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. When they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things.
And, he was really becoming woke. And for him, even at award shows, even at the award shows he would go before there was this new conspiracy theory, he would say how the award was meaningless and this doesn't really mean anything and I could care less and whatever, and throwing shots at Hollywood and the industry.
Kidnapping children is not what great nations do. Almost half of America at this moment believes there is a sinister deep state diabolically plotting to what? Give them health care? What is the sinister plan here? Sure, I can afford the miracle drug for restless leg syndrome. I should take the pills, I guess. We in America are misinformed. Reality shows have warped our idea of what a hero is.
But this time doesn't match his behavior at all. He's just taking it, smiling, didn't say anything about the industry or none of that, or none about no woke truth, no nothing. It was just, I take it, smile, do a little bit of acting, and that's it. That's not him. He just wouldn't accept that. Just based off his progression. Listen, I don't know, sure, I think there's people that could spiritually awake and then, go back to sleep and whatever. But from my understanding, if you're spiritually awake, if you have had a spiritual awakening, it stays with you. Those things stay with you. And you don't just lose it overnight. And not only that, but if you're woke, if you've had that spiritual awakening or whatever, You don't care if he doesn't care about fame, money, the whatever, and in the Hollywood scene, and he realized that those things are empty, they're superficial, they don't fulfill you. Why the fuck would he do Botox? Why the fuck would he do all that crazy shit to his face? Why would he get plastic surgery? Why would he? He wouldn't do that. He'd realize I don't give a fuck about how I look. I don't give a fuck about my appearance in Hollywood and all this crap. I would just let it go. I mean, you guys saw him with that crazy ass beard. You know what I mean? He shaved it after just to fuck around, but then he had a crazy ass beard. Like, the dude didn't care. Like, yes, he maintained somewhat of his looks, but he's not going to take the extra step to do the plastic surgery or the Botox or whatever. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. And if that's him and he actually did that, then that man has been captured. That's it. He fell back asleep. He had that spiritual awakening, and now he's back in the bullcrap. Because I can't imagine somebody who doesn't care about Hollywood and their status and their appearance to do a Botox. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And guys, they said like, oh, they confirmed it. His publicist said that. That was him. So it's him. What the fuck? How is that? Bro, people could be capping. You can't trust. Nowadays, you can't trust nobody. Motherfuckers be lying left and right. They could have easily lied about that. These are people in the industry. Why would they, like, they're capable of lying. Like, people are so gullible and just take that in. But not only that, I tried looking. They were like, oh, and he was with this family. My guy, what family? I tried searching up images. Again, I didn't go too deep, but I tried searching up images. I didn't see any family. I couldn't see. I only saw one kid that did look like his kid. It did seem authentic. But then the rest, it's like, I saw a photo of him with some random, like an Asian, a white kid, and I don't know, like some other woman. And I was like, all right, is that his family? That could be random ass people that they're putting with it. Like, wow. Who said that was his family? Like, what's going on? I couldn't find a consistent image of his family. I just couldn't find it. Let me know if you find it. I couldn't find it. It wasn't super easy. If I search up LeBron James family, I will find those kids consistently. If I search up many celebrities, I will find their kids because I could not find Jim Carrey's family. And so, for all these reasons, I think it was not him. And, I really think it's a part. I think what it is, really, is that he was becoming woke. And he was exposing the whole, I mean, pretty much the society and the whole satanic rituals that all those pedophiles are doing, eating babies and doing all that horrific stuff. He was starting to expose it because he was really blunt and he didn't really care about exposing it. Like, he would go on these platforms and these pretty big, they're pretty big platforms, and he would just say, like, just straight truth, like, bluntly, like, talking about this is bull crap, this is meaningless, this is all to deceive the masses and this and that. Dude, that's a pretty woke person. Like, of course, people who are satanic and elite and want to maintain their power, they would want to take that person out because it's Jim Carrey, right? He's somebody who's made it to the top, popular comedian, movie star. Like, he's basically made it. And now he's saying, yo, guys, this isn't it. This is all an illusion. This is bullcrap. They're deceiving you. Bro, of course they're going to take this man out. And guys, Jim Carrey is, like, honestly the only woke celebrity that I'm aware of. Like, somebody who is actually trying to speak the truth and spread it. And, I think for this reason, that's why they got him. Because he was really pushing the boundaries, being blunt. And, he's a target for the people, for the elite people. So I think they got him for that reason. And, man, yeah, it's honestly such a tragedy now that I think about it. And man, we have to wake up to what's going on, the deception that's going on, and just the clear corruption that, you know, is happening in the world where the elite would clearly take this man out. So, guys, just to make the record clear, they took out Jim Carrey because he was woke, he was speaking the truth. The elite do not want you to know the truth. They want you to stay blind. They want to continue deceiving you and gaslighting you, and this is how they ultimately try to have power over you. And so, you know, this made Jim Carrey a clear target, and it just makes sense as to me as to why they would take him out for this reason. So it's just crazy, man. And so to me, that would that makes the most sense to me, and especially what we're seeing, you know, with the whole Epstein files and just everything. It makes the most sense to me. And for me, I just, you know, because I don't know. I've just seen people say, like, that, you know, I don't know. If you can be certain, like, if that's Jim Carrey, then there's something wrong with you. Like, I think you should still keep an open mind and question. If you're like, nah, man, that was Jim Carrey, his family's there, and, you know, his publicist said that, you know, that was Jim Carrey. Bro, don't, why are you just immediately trusting it? You have to question. We have to question things. Never stop questioning. So, yeah, it just blew my mind that there's some people that like, no, that's Jim Carrey, bro. Like, bro, no. There's a reason there's a conspiracy theory. That's people's intuition picking up on something. They're like, hey, something's iffy here. And again, like, he's had award shows in the past. He's been to certain events. I didn't hear a single damn conspiracy theory. And when I look back at the video, it's like, yeah, that seems pretty aligned with him. This was not aligned. This was the behavior, the way he received the award, the whole story, the whole shebang. Like, it was just not him. And see, like, as a society, we need to start trusting our intuition, our feeling, our gut, our thing that tells us, like, oh, I know that's not him. I know this isn't the truth. See, the people on top wanna make you distrust yourself. They don't want to make you trust your intuition. They're trying to gaslight you. They want to deceive you. They want to deceive you. They want to program your mind. Right? And if they can make you distrust your intuition, then they have won. Cuz that's the one thing you know. That's the one thing you got to trust. You got to trust in something in life. And it's in your gut, and it just like comes, it's like, oh, that's not him. I look at it, it's like, that doesn't even line up. It's like a subconscious thing where it's like, so you have to trust your body, you have to trust what your intuition is saying. And I'm just gonna put it out, that was not Jim Carrey. Do not get brainwashed, and just question. Just for God's sake, don't come to conclusions. Just keep an open-minded question, because these people are really on some satanic shit right now. You see how bad the government is lying, how bad the government is, how badly the government is corrupted. You don't think they can clone people? Are you kidding me? There's been conspiracy theories of Michael Jackson still being alive. Bro, that may be true, who knows? Right? You got to keep an open mind. Okay, so why they could easily clone somebody? Do you think Epstein is dead? Bro, Epstein is probably alive. Like, you know how easy it is to deceive the masses, like, and to just lie and put things under the rug? Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what they're doing with the whole Epstein files right now, man. This is just crazy. I don't know, man. Like, I am just so mind blown to how people just stop. They just stop questioning things, and they're like, you know what? Like, that was him, man. There was nothing to this. Like, dude, that should wake you up. That should do something to you. That should bring concern and urgency in you. That should make you raise an eyebrow and be like, hey, what the hell is going on right now? There are people that are potentially being cloned. What is going on right now? That's to start to make you question everything. And that would be a good thing, because we need to start questioning everything. The way our whole system is ran. We need to start questioning everything. That's a good thing. That's how you become aware. That's how you stay aware. And you don't let people deceive you. Anyways, guys, so that was not the Jim Carrey. That was not Jim Carrey, guys. I'm not believing that for a second. We'll see. Maybe more information comes out, and maybe it is him. I don't know. But as of right now, I do not believe that was Jim Carrey. And don't let these people gaslight you. Question everything. Stay aware. Man, it's a crazy world we live in, man. Alright, guys. I love you guys all. Stay blessed. Stay at peace. Stay aware, my friends. I love you guys all, and thank you for everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, and I thought I had become Andy Kaufman, but there was no me actually at the end of it all. I realized that there was, that this character was making choices to play a character, and so that's what kind of happened, and that's what Chris found in this interview and in this footage, that there was actually a existential, not a crisis, but a discovery going on.
There's been a lot of talk in the last few days, well, today recently, about
a lot of people making sound over here.
So much of that.
That's right.
People talking about an interview that you did at New York Fashion Week, and you talked about identity, and you all these ideas. Do you think that people kind of just don't understand it, or they haven't clued in to this whole thing you're talking about, of people wearing masks?
I think that we're all, we're all trying to add things to ourselves so that we can finally define ourselves, and then everybody will get us, and they'll go, okay, this is what you are. And then if you actually get there, you will find it so empty that you'll realize that's really not what it's about. It's about not only just going with the flow, but it's about not taking it personal. It's like the difference between a house and my house is a world of difference, and it's the my that's the problem. So you can do all this without the my involved. You can do it in a way that it's not, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for for the good of everyone. It's just it's a play. It's a giant field of consciousness dancing for itself, and you're here to make me happy, and it's making itself happy.
Cool.
It's like one soul. That's how I feel. I feel like people say, well, I have a soul. You don't have a soul. There's no you, but I feel like there is a soul, and it includes everything.
Yeah.
And when you wake up in the morning and you feel like I'm the universe, you don't have to reach for the stars. You can just let life happen.
Yeah.
And walk through the doors.
We'll have to wrap that. Sorry.
Thanks very much.
I'm sorry,
Hey,
you've run out of time.
well, listen, you've made me very happy, so thank you for your
good.
time today, man.
No, actually, I didn't make you happy.
Right. I don't know who
you're not
you've
here.
made happy, but
No.
there's a happy feeling
Just
here.
a cluster of tetrahedrons.
Still trying to figure this
But a
all
pleasant
out, man.
one. Pleasant one.
We'll get there eventually.
Nice to see
Thanks.
you.
Nice to see you too.
All right.